Coming to you live from a galaxy pretty close to where you are right now. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. You are watching Throwdown Thursday live from Amazon Game Studios, Orange County. I'm Mr. Sill.
And I'm Berserker Mike.
And we got an amazing Throwdown Thursday for you. This is the Breakaway Office League Season 3, Week 7. And before we get to that, though, we're actually going to take things on a little bit more of a somber note real quickly. We have heard about the passing of a member of our community, Allied. He came to play Breakaway about a month ago, gave us some great feedback, and we learned that earlier this week, unfortunately, he passed away. So we want to definitely pay our respects, give our thoughts and prayers to his family, to his community. We know that this is definitely a tough time, and we certainly appreciate all that you've done for us and gaming in general, and know that you will always be remembered. So thank you, Allied. We will be Allied strong. One thing that Allied did do, though, is he gave us some great feedback for Breakaway. And because of that feedback and the feedback of all the streamers and everyone else who has come to play Breakaway to date, we are excited to make a special announcement. People have been wanting to know, when can they come and play Breakaway? Mike Willett, when can people play Breakaway next?
Thursday, June 15th.
That's right. We are excited to announce that Breakaway Alpha will officially reopen with weekend playtests starting on Thursday, June 15th. Everyone who registered through today will automatically get into the next phase of the Breakaway Alpha. Then we will add more people every weekend until the floodgates open at a later period of time. We've made a lot of changes to Breakaway on the gameplay side. The team, though, still has a little bit more work to do optimizing the game and getting our servers ready for everybody. So June is the earliest we can get it back in most of your hands, but we're really excited that we can finally name a date to let most of the people in. Another thing to note is that next week, on May 11th to May 15th, we're going to hold a very small technical playtest. So these are people who played in the alpha. We have pre-selected them based on their system specs because the game is not fully optimized quite yet. We just really wanted to focus on the gameplay changes, get those out to people. So look in your emails around May 9th. You should hear from us. It means you're going to be into that limited test. But again, that test is just made for technical purposes. So don't worry if you don't get into the May 9th email notification for the May 11th test. You'll get to play on
Thursday, June 15th.
There it is. So we are in for an amazing week today in the Breakaway Office League Season 3, Week 7. We have the undefeated team fighting for their spot in the finals versus a team that is on the ropes. If they win this one, they stay alive. If they lose, they are going to take that slow walk of shame to the other side of these walls, and they will not be able to make the finals. So this is win or go home for Team BLAOW, and it is win for your reputation for Kadabbles to maintain the undefeated streak. Before we get to that, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Asus. They are the official monitor and system provider for Breakaway. The VG248QE, it's a 24-inch monitor well known in the competitive scene in esports for its 144 Hz refresh rate with 1 millisecond response time. And of course, you got the G11 desktop. It sheds light on uncompromising performance. This powerful machine allows you to play Breakaway without sacrificing your gameplay experience and giving you the ability to stream in the best possible quality. Mike, we have an amazing matchup today. The GMs have chosen these teams. Some may say that Kalo has picked a team that is basically a shoo-in to win the whole thing. We'll soon find out. As always, as customary, we have the amazing, incredibly talented Icon here to give you the rendition of the Relic Room.
Greetings and welcome. Welcome to the Relic Room. This is going to be the 4th installment of the Relic Room. We thought they'd cut us off a long time ago, but we're still here. We're still kicking. We're still here, fam. We're here for you. We had to cut back on some things here and there. Hopefully you don't notice, but hopefully we'll get through this quickly. So let's get right into it. This week we have Kalo and Shidosha. Hope you guys are doing okay. Can start with Kalo. Kalo, if you win tonight, my dude, my fam, if you win tonight, you secure your spot in the finals. Undefeated. Absolutely undefeated. No one can touch you. You're like a goalie with wings. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one can get up there. How are you feeling about going into tonight's games? What is your overall thoughts about your journey so far?
Well, I'm happy with the draft. Proud of my team, as always. Like you said, if we win tonight, we're secured in the finals. So I'm a mix of confident and nervous. Either way, I'm ready to see a great series.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. All your games have been awesome. They've been on the edge of my seat awesome, so hopefully we'll see some cool stuff tonight. We have Kayla here trying not to fall, and Shidosha up next, trying to climb his way back in. Shidosha, if you lose tonight, my man, my heart's pounding just saying this right now, dude. If you lose, it's going to be Rip BLAOW. It's going to be it. Do you have any funeral plans for tonight? Or are you guys going to be going in all out, just blowing everything up?
Well, like I always say, I'm BLAOW, but I'm never out. So, my team knows how important this game is, and this is one of the matchups that we were specifically ready for. Literally playing to the duck gods right now, all right? Trying to make this happen. So we have faith. They have faith in us, or we'll make it happen.
Let's get some BLAOWs in the chat. Let's get some hype going for these guys tonight. And that's going to be it. I'm excited to see if Kalo makes it undefeated or if Shidosha's storyline lives on. So we shall see. And see you guys next week.
Raise your bloggers.
All right, there you have it. Can Team BLAOW pull it off? We'll soon find out. One thing I will say, Mike, how did Icon get an early build of Breakaway?
I have no idea. It was fantastic coverage, though.
I think for me, the highlight of that video was how even Icon did the butter beanie jump pass to herself. That was amazing. The teleport to yourself, the butter beanie bounce, as I like to call it. But let's get to that momentarily. We got a teams introduced here, Mike. Giving it up here for Team the Kadabbles, the red team. In number 1 chair, we have the man himself who likes to make the signs. It is GL Tovar.
Tovar, what can we say? Fantastic, the Trollvar. He's got a mean Alona. He can also play Sparty, so he's got a lot of versatility. And the composition that the Kadabbles run and his pairing with Bones, phenomenal. So we're going to see the pick coming in for Mr. GL Tovar, and it is Alona again.
There it is. Tovar going with what's tried and true. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You're undefeated for a reason. I agree with that pick. Let's go to the number 2 chair. The guy who has basically proven that the Throgrum is always in effect whenever he plays. It is Otterhead.
Otterhead, I've played against this man before last season of the Breakaway Office League. He's completely annoying, and by that I mean he's really good. You just don't expect you to get wrung out all the time when you face, head-to-head with this guy. So, fantastic Thorgrim play.
Whoa!
Oh, my goodness.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Surprise pick here. He is going with the Black Knight.
The plot thickens. It looks like there's some stratagem being run by the Kadabbles this
I
week.
am seeing some mind games happen here. Retract previous statement about if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going to keep trying stuff. Let's see what happens with the number 3 chair. This has definitely been the upset pick here. The guy who I warned everybody about in the Combine, draft him. The easiest steal of the century in the Breakaway 30 pool. Breakaway 30s are people who have no idea how good they were going to be. We knew this guy was going to be awesome. It is not Vert.
Not Vert. Oh, my goodness. Everybody who's in the chat channel right now, I want you to contact your congressman and put in some kind of order or some kind of restraint against Chark, your commissioner of the league, for letting this man go at 30 points. It is ridiculous. This man is too good.
And he's playing Rollins. So what do we
goodness.
expect to see there?
I expect more of the same. He gets better every week with backline disruption, destroying buildables, taking out the squishies, and just maintaining that pressure play that the Kadabbles love to run so much.
Yeah, not Vert's definitely probably the guy behind the guy of the team, if you will. He is sort of the man in behind the lines, whereas the next person is the guy at the front of the line. It is the man you love to hate. It is Bones.
If I wasn't up here right now, Sil, I would be so disgusted and not say anything. But this man is so good at the game. He's evolving the meta. As we're seeing him and his pressure and passing and the way that he constructs his team comp, like rolling with what Kalo's vision of the ultimate team is.
And, of course, he is playing Morgan Le Fay. Definitely one of the best Morgan Le Fay players we have ever seen. Trade that 5 times fast. Morgan Le Fay players. And, of course, this team is led by the amazing coach, fresh from her Thailand vacation. It is the UX Killer.
Glad to see that she made it back safe and alive, and she can't wait to coach her team to victory. She's just so encouraging. These guys, can do no wrong until they screw up just once, and then she just lays the smack down.
That's right. I will say there are probably 2 coaches here in the Office League Season 3 who are very passionate and active coaches, if you will. One of them, certainly UX Killer. She gets in the face of everybody, even if it's Bones. She has nothing wrong to go in front of his screen and say, "What are you doing? Go here." The other coach, of course, surprisingly, Spooky Forest.
Amazing. I never thought that Spooky Forest could actually have that kind of aggression.
Yeah, who knew? All right, well, let's introduce Team BLAOW. They are the David in this David and Goliath matchup. Here it is, kicking it off for Team BLAOW. The man all the way from Tokyo, it is MK Ultraman.
Oh, my goodness, Sil. He needs to be careful so he doesn't pull something when he gets.
Whoa.
Oh, my goodness. He made the switch. He's going to a machine.
Dude, it is get the rally caps on. He is all serious right now. Look at that, throwing the speed bag punches. MK Ultraman not messing around here. We are seeing full-on glory here, playing as Thorgrim.
He is a Thorgrim expert. I'm looking for more ring outs, and it's very interesting that we're going to see the Black Knight versus Thorgrim tank play today.
Yeah, this will be interesting here. Mind games have definitely been instituted. We will see if there will be any other surprise picks happening on the BLAOW side. So far, it's what we've expected. In the number 2 chair, of course, the girl mounting her 2020 presidential campaign. It is Boner Beatty.
Oh, my goodness. She is all business this week after last week's heartbreaking loss. Super salty, but it looks like she's back into form. I'm looking to see the Alona pick come through. There it is. High mobility, good heals. I dare say one of the best healers in the Breakaway Office League.
Absolutely. One of the best players in the Breakaway Office League. And don't let that smile fool you. She is full of rage right now coming off of last week's heartbreak. She is definitely going to layeth the smacketh down and carry her team to victory, if I could say anything about it. And, of course, helping her will be in the number 3 chair, the man known as Balir Darkstone. Repping the Star Wars May the 4th shirt, might I say.
Now, Sil, we talked about this before while we were reviewing the tapes. He had some questionable picks last week. I want to see, did they invest any more time into that Jara pick? Is he going to go back to some of the damage dealing? Oh, my goodness. He has faith in, oh, my goodness. We're going to see some assassinations or some gloriously failed attempts. I can't wait to see what he brings this week.
Yeah, you and I were reviewing the tapes from last week when we got to see Team BLAOW. Jara was picked. He switched the pick late in the match. It worked well with the round they played on El Dorado. He decided to do it again in the sudden death Game 5 round. That one didn't pay off, and it looks like, he's sticking with it. So we'll see how that plays out. That is definitely a not vert counter pick, I would say.
I would say so. He definitely wants to get to that back line, and he needs to get ahead in the gold game. They need to try to snowball that so he can do massive amounts of damage to that back line.
And then rounding it out for Team BLAOW, the man with the greatest name, it is the Smelly.
Oh, my goodness, the Smelly. He's almost disappearing, or he's checking his shoes for smells. I don't know. I'm expecting to see some damage come through, either a Spartacus pick or an Ann Bonnie. Really help support the team in this new composition. And here we go with a Spartacus pick. We need to make sure he doesn't go YOLO, but I have some faith because their coach is back.
That's right, their coach is back. Let's give a shout-out to the coach of Team BLAOW. It is Great Trip.
Great Trip. He was my coach during last season of the Breakaway Office League. Ooh. Super knowledgeable. He really knows how to break down an offense, break down the defense, figure out where the passing lanes are going to be, and make you aware of where you need to be.
Well, let's talk about this. This is interesting you call this out. So Great Trip was your coach last season. Your team went winless except for one match. I know, I like saying that.
Thanks for bringing that up.
I know, sorry. But that one match, though, Mike, that match was dethroning the undefeated Squirrel Posse, which was coached by UX Killa.
And had Mr. Otterhead on that team,
Ooh.
I might add.
And Bone? No, Bones was on
no, that's a
team.
different kind of cheating
that.
thing we're not going to talk about.
So, Great Trip has the experience of delivering the undefeated defeat, if you will. We will see if this thing plays out as we enter into Game 1. You are watching a best-of-5 series. Tonight's matchup is between the Kadabbles on the red side versus BLAOW on the blue team. This is Breakaway on the map known as Atlantis.
We're seeing early buys come through with CDR, so you see that little hourglass, that's cooldown reduction. That's so people can use their abilities more often. We see attack damage on the Smelly. We're starting to see Philosopher's Stone, at least on 4 players. That's so they can start gaining gold without having to rely on the buffs or other means to gain it.
All right, we are following Bones as he goes to midfield, picks the relic up quickly, throws it up, but does get some smackdown happening quickly from a combination of Jara, played by Balir, and the Smelly with Spartacus.
Looks like
so that was pretty nice 1-2 punch there, Mike.
Balir's got to be careful that he doesn't try to advance the relic solo. He doesn't have great defensive options playing as Jara. Her defensive move actually pulls her into stealth. She can't escape, so she needs to stick to the shadows.
GL Tovar very low on health. He's playing as the healing character. The Alona on the Kadabbles, that's that Top left side of your screen, you can see the health bars underneath the player portraits. We see Otterhead now with control of the relic. He is going up to the second story. But man, MK Ultraman with the Ragnarok and the back toss, throwing him off the second story.
Fantastic move by MK Ultraman. As we can see still, Notvert trying to make a move, but he's kind of waiting for his team to support him. Great pass to
nice
Bones.
pass up to Bones. But look at that wall! That's the Gucci wall, everybody! Beautiful move there from MK Ultraman. He's watching the tapes and learning from him. There you see the Sparkle of Spite from Bones. That's great offensive, defensive move to slow down the appeasing team. Any enemy caught in that circle will be slowed down and more vulnerable to damage. Here comes Butter Beanie with the momentum shift, and they have done a beautiful job clearing that relic, taking it back to midfield.
Fantastic job. It looks like Otterhead and the rest of the Kadabbles are trying to recoup, but it's not a very effective push. We get some strong heals, but Bones by himself ignored.
There it goes. Bones with the dash, but does make a quick miscue due to Butter Beanie. She is everywhere on the map. Butter Beanie with a little bit of a dangerous fumble there is able to finally clear the relic and saving the day. There are 3 ways to win here in Breakaway. The first way is you take that relic. That's the ball you're seeing at the center of your screen that just got passed from Butter Beanie to Thorgrim. Butter Beanie with control of the relic again. You take that ball, you deliver it to your opponent's base. That's the primary way to win. The second way you can win is you wipe out your entire team, and the entire opponent's team in a team wipe. And we'll talk about the third way to win with 2 minutes ticking down here in Game 1, Round 1 of Breakaway Office League Season 3, Week 7.
Bones trying to advance it up into the blue team's base. Great blessings of the sun by Butter Beanie healing her team, but they got to push it out of their zone as quickly as possible. We know what pressure the Kadabbles bring.
Here we see GL Tovar. He is the second half of that pressure that you're talking about. Tovar with control of the relic does lose it. Valir Darkstone, this guy's been doing amazing. He definitely took the banter we were giving him yesterday about Jara, and he has been everywhere, all over those squishy pushers that you see on the Kadabbles. You see Bones there with the relic passing it, does get intercepted by Valir. Valir takes the relic over to Butter Beanie from his teammate. He is playing as Jara, she is playing as Alona. We see GL Tovar playing as Alona. Nice pass up there. Quick catch there by Bones. Bones going up the right side. Back passes it to Tovar. Tovar throws it upfield. Does get stopped. Bones on the second attempt and scores!
Fantastic passing game. It's Tovar and Bones find themselves in these crazy kind of ISO post-up positions. Look at this. He tosses it in. He knows he doesn't have an opportunity. He jumps and toss. Oh my God, what a fadeaway shot from Bones to secure the win. He didn't even have his dodge. He had to shoot it in.
That was some beautiful passing there between Bones and Tovar. We've called them out all season long, and they are definitely have came to play. They know that they win this one, they will go guaranteed into the finals.
So as we start to look at the buys coming in, keep in mind the Kadabbles secured both buffs during last round. So they got the gold buff to ensure gold to every member of their team, and they got the armor buff. Let's see how that plays out with Notvert running around the map.
All right, here we see Bones now with control. He is using all of his abilities there. Morgan Le Fay is predominantly a debuff character, so she will basically gain strength by making everybody else weaker. She's the person who blows out everyone else's birthday candle to make hers brighter. So you see there, Morgan Le Fay giving the ball over to Otterhead, playing as Black Knight. Otterhead is one of the 2 main tanks you see in Breakaway right now. Otterhead taking control there. Does get thwarted, though, by Butter Beanie, who takes control of the relic and reversing it now for Team BLAOW on the blue side, as the relic is fallen there right by the Blessing of the Sun casted by the Kadabbles. Blessing of the Sun is the ultimate ability of Alona. It will heal all of the characters who are in your team in that AoE circle, as we see now the Smelly getting into the mix.
So Valir Darkstone is super low on health. He's not being able to really effectively engage until he can heal.
Butter
oh my goodness, Butter
falling off the map.
Victimized right there. And MK Ultraman needs to get this relic out of here.
And that's a nice move right there, forcing the out-of-bounds play. But Bones quickly able to get it. Someone needs to stop it. That relic is very, very close to badness. Butter Beanie coming up with the save there, but Bones doing a good job using his Burden of Sin, firing that flock of ravens there, trying to do what he can, but thankfully Butter Beanie able to save it there, and the Smelly does a nice job there, taking out GL Tovar for the 8-second respawn.
They got a tiny little power play. They need to at least get it across like halfway, across midfield, because right now the pressure's starting to come on as we see Bones making a move towards the elevator.
Yeah, Bones throws it up there, missed the elevator there, did get stopped by the rest of his team, but now we see Tovar coming in the mix. Again, beautiful move there from Darkstone. He's doing a great job nailing those pouncing abilities. Jar's a pretty deadly assassin character. She's the last class we've announced here for Breakaway. The assassin class able to go invisible here with Jara and then use the pounce to jump on your enemies. But there's a nice push-in score. That is a full power move there from Otterhead.
That was a man on a man. There was no real space, so it was anybody's game. You just had to grab that relic and try to get it in. And here we see Otterhead still had his relic dash, able to punch it in for the score.
That's right. That's full-on beast mode there. You're at the 1-yard line. It's the Super Bowl, and you just pound it in with your big running back.
And here we're starting to see the big differential in net worth. So more gold, which means more equipment. And we're already seeing tier 4 items on the Kadabbles. I got tier 4 armor for Otterhead. I got tier 4 cooldown reduction, so they can use their abilities more often between Morgan and the Alona. So Bones and GL Tovar able to pop their abilities a lot more.
That's right. We see Not Vert doing the quick move there, getting the gold buff. That's that gold crystal icon you see at the top right of your screen. We see Butter Beanie with control of the relic. They need to try to come up with a different strategy here because the pushing push does not work when you're out getting scored by Kadabbles 2-0. Here we see Bones doing a beautiful job just maneuvering against the other team, doing out juking where he doesn't pick it up. You got Tovar there. The 1-2 combination is just so powerful. Nice pass. Otterhead! Otterhead takes it in again.
Oh my goodness, the passing game. They're getting so split up right now. You couldn't see it. Barely on the right side. I actually saw Not Vert. The trap stopped him, but it did not stop Otterhead.
The pass play of this team is amazing.
I'm telling you, this is how the game is evolving. They're taking advantage of not just movement speed, not pressure through attacking, but ball movement, splitting, separating their opponent so they can't properly collapse. It's amazing, especially when we're running on Atlantis, which really encourages that kind of movement, that kind of team play.
So we have been, in Season 3, we've been switching the maps. We've been doing one game, I should say, on Atlantis, one game on El Dorado. How do we see strategies changing, or do they not change at all? As we go to the next map. Before we do, let's give a call out to the stat screen here. What do we notice here? Not Vert doing 3 kills. Looks like he's one of the leaders in kills for the team.
They are. I'm also seeing the healing done advantage by GL Tovar actually out-healing Butter Beanie. And if you look at the amount of gold that's earned by each team, we see just a dramatic increase on the Kadabbles side. They're just outpacing them in every sense.
So I asked you earlier, so we talked about Atlantis. Now we're on El Dorado, so the map is going to shift to El Dorado. How does that change the strategy at all?
Well, because of the nature of El Dorado and its design, it's more focused on team fights. It's not as fast. You don't have as many scoring opportunities like you would in Atlantis, which is a wider map and has the changes in elevation and some more slopes that allow you to get in for those speedy scores. So my expectation is for potentially some of these comps changing to focus more on the team fights, more on the counterattack pressure. But nothing's broken with what we're seeing from the Kadabbles. I'd expect them to run the same comps. Potentially we could see the Thorgrim switch instead of Black Knight. With Black Knight, you want to pull people towards you. That's so everyone can get away. But with the Thorgrim pick, you're wanting to just clear and disperse, especially in these team fight situations. I can see Otterhead coming in with a Thorgrim pick.
All right. Now, what advice would you give to Grey Trip to tell his team? And we saw, I will say, I was a little bit impressed. Balir Darkstone with Jara did really strong in the beginning, but then sort of weakened it. We're going to see how that moves in as we go into Game 2. This is on El Dorado. And what do we see here with the buys? Anything different?
I see Balir Darkstone is building attack damage on Morgan. So he wants to slow people down, and he wants to make them pay when they're on that push.
Yeah, you called it, Mike. Otterhead switching to Thorgrim, and Balir going away from Jara to his version of Morgan Le Fay. So it's going to be interesting to see both Balir and Bones play a very different Morgan Le Fay. So it'll be interesting to see which one comes out on top here. We see Bones very low on health in that initial exchange. So right now it's favoring Balir Darkstone and BLAOW on that one. But the damage buff did go to the Kadabbles.
Well, BLAOW, they need to channel their inner George Michael, and they need to have faith. Because I think on this map, with these changes, they should be able to steal a round or two. And if they can steal this game, then we got ourselves a hell of an evening.
All right, you see the circle of spike getting thrown down there. Bones very low on health, but he's got that healing shrine buildable. So every warrior in Breakaway has a buildable they can put down on the map. You see closest to you right now, that is the Elder Stone for the Morgan Le Fay buildable. What that does is it basically creates a little bit of slowdown, and the healing shrine was what you had in the distance. That brings anyone on your team who's closest to it. It gives you health over time. So you got to take out those buildables if you are Team BLAOW. And here's the El Dorado slide from Bones. Bones going in completely unaided. He could go all the way!
Oh, it was a fantastic breakaway by Bones. They just couldn't collapse fast enough, and by the time Belier saw him, you can see his burden of sin just missing, just coming up behind him, and here it is. I think he actually could have walked it in with how far away the rest of the team was.
Yeah, there was no one near him. It was a complete gimme. So I don't know what's going on here. Butterbeanie, she's definitely needs to step up the game here. This is only going to get one if Butterbeanie carries her entire team on her back.
Now what we see is a lot of Philosopher's Stone that's going to give passive gold and additional gold to these players every single round. And Tovar, Bones, and Otterhead have invested heavily into that so they could snowball in the late game because there is no gold buff on this map still.
Yeah, that's right. And as you saw there, we see MK Ultraman putting the wall there, trying to stop the Eldorado slide. I think that wall is a little bit out of position though, so I still think you can do the slide there on that side of the map. We'll soon find out. Here comes a push there from the Team BLAOW. We have Otterhead though able to stop it, but nice move of the rib splitter there from Ultraman, just trying to create some movement speed. You got the Tomo Malaise there. Butterbeanie throwing it from downtown.
Goodness.
Butterbeanie mailing the three-pointer, scored it for her team.
She is all business. Look at that face still. She was not going to be denied on this play.
Yeah, there are no smiles. She's like, Silverman, I heard you. I got to carry this team, and that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Oh, my goodness. She's doing her best Steph Curry right now. I love it. Shooting from the outside. And what I want to see is if they're going to play with that much pressure up front, split them up a little bit. Let's get those passing lanes open because there's going to be more opportunities like that if they can sustain that kind of pressure. So as we're looking at Alona versus Alona, I'm seeing cooldown reduction from both sides. GL Tovar has a slight advantage because of that Philosopher's Stone that he purchased early on in the match.
All right, we see Butterbeanie now. We're following her as the camera switches over now to see GL Tovar playing his version of Alona. Butterbeanie with control of the relic. She throws it. Tovar intercepts the relic, takes it back the other way. You see the Tomo Malaise there. I accidentally called it what it used to be called. The Tomo Malaise is the buildable structure there from Morgan Le Fay, and that's going to slow down everyone who comes near it. It's going to cause that Malaise feel you see there. That is the special AoE attack there of Morgan Le Fay, the Circle of Spite, causing additional slowdown abilities. But now we see Notvert with control of the relic. He's pushing up there. The left side. Is Notvert going to do the Eldorado slide? No, he's not, because he's a backline guy, playing his role, waiting for Bones to get in position. Here comes Bones with the slide again. He avoids that wall, as I told you would happen. You got Bones and MK Ultraman. MK Ultraman cannot stop him.
Goodness,
Bones.
one man to beat, and he actually blew his dash early. But then, unfortunately, MK Ultraman, he swings way too early.
You got Bones versus MK Ultraman. MK Ultraman, I don't know what he's doing.
He jumps out of the way.
He jumps out of the way. I don't know what that is.
Please, Hammer, don't hurt him. What is going on? This is insanity. Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what that is. That is just bad. And the fact that it's on the replay is just insult to injury. Someone needs to Twitch clip that, because that is not good. That is I'm seeing 4 tier 4 equipment already on the Kadabbles side, so they have maximized some of their equipment piece sets, so they're going to get additional bonuses for that. And I think only Butterbeanie maximized her cooldown reduction on her Alona, so she's going to be able to do a lot more sunbursts, a lot more blessings of the sun, but it doesn't look good for the rest of her teammates. Here comes Tovar doing that Eldorado slide, avoiding that wall. Tovar trying to do his best Butterbeanie bounce, but there's Darkstone coming up with the relic, but it keeps getting closer and closer to their relay. They need to get it out of there. Butterbeanie with the nice clear. She's very low on health though, forced to go back to recharge. You see Darkstone doing a good job clearing the relic there, and there's that healing shrine getting placed beautifully by Tovar. Upfield there, MK Ultraman deciding not to take the healing shrine. A bad move there of the siege engine from the Smelly. Could have used that to take out that healing shrine. That may come to haunt them. And there's Tovar dashing it in. Tovar could get the score. What's he doing? He's stalling.
He needs to get a pass off, but he can't. Gives Butterbeanie an opportunity to push it out, and a great self-pass, but shot by Bones from behind.
Yeah, and they paid the price, though, because you were in a power play situation. You have 4 members of Kadabble against 2. Now it's even, though. They didn't capitalize on that. Otterhead doing a good job getting forward momentum. Otterhead, though, gives it back to Bones. Bones gives it over to Tovar. Tovar passes upfield to Notvert, but Notvert too busy getting too bloodthirsty. But there's Bones with the easy pass in, and that is game 2 for the Kadabbles.
Oh my goodness, that was unfortunate. They countered pressure with pressure. They were unable to withstand just all the damage it was coming out from the Kadabbles. And that's because of that gold game. I think it was that early Philosopher's Stone buy that allowed them to just run away with this match again.
I don't know. I think it was the MK Ultra choke. That's what
That's
really
also
did it.
bad. That's also bad, admittedly.
I mean, let's reenact that. I hear I'm coming. Ah!
What are you going to do when the pain train's coming through? I mean, maybe
You're
you
gonna
just
jump
reacted.
out of the way. That's what you're gonna do.
Oh my God, I saw Bones. What am I going to do? It's just crazy.
He busted all his quick punches though in the pop off segment that he just didn't have anything left when it actually came to matter. Let's look at these stats there. MK Ultraman 0 kills, 2 deaths, 0 assists.
So Notvert 3-0-2. So he was on fire. If at any time that BLAOW could have killed him, they would have had a massive gold bonus because of his kill streak.
All right, now we are in a must-win situation for Team BLAOW.
Well,
Must win.
Must win. Will Team BLAOW be the next victim to go 0-3?
I don't know. I think, we've been teasing MK Ultraman a little bit here. This guy, we've seen him play pretty good. He played great in the first game. I think he just needs to, everyone makes their mistakes. I think he just needs to laugh that one off, focus in again. You saw Butterbeanie get really focused there where she scored it in there in the round 2 of that game. And I think the team just needs to settle in. They're getting a little anxious now. They're starting to feel like, oh my God, we could lose it now. You just got to take your deep breaths, let it go, pretend it's 0-0, and you got to come out here and try to win.
Yeah, you just got punched in the mouth. Can you get up off the deck and punch him back in the face? They proved in that one round Butterbeanie was not going to be denied. Fantastic shot from the outside, but the rest of the team needs to come together. They need to have that unity so they can have that interplay. They need to get that passing going.
Drago bleeds. We've seen it. So now it's time to take him out. This is game 3. This could be match point here for the Kadabbles if they are able to take this home. Here we are in Atlantis.
Early buys coming in, and again, we see the Kadabbles with a lot of Philosopher's Stone. Not surprised we have the Demolition coming in, the Demolition equipment on Notvert that allow him to do extra damage against buildables and the buffs, and we've seen him go after gold buff consistently. And now Belir Darkstone with an and Bonnie pick. They're going for the damage dealing this time around between the Smelly and that and Bonnie pick.
Yeah, Belir has tried 3 different character picks here. They're trying everything to try to take down the Kadabbles. There you see Notvert taking down the gold buff. That will give their team a total gold advantage here in round 1. And there's Bones with control of the relic. Nice move there for the Riz Splitter by Ultraman, followed up by the back toss. Good 1-2 combination there. You see Otterhead switching back to Black Knight. This must be his Atlantis comp. And now we see the relic go in there left side, and they're doing a good job right now of slowing down the push.
MK Ultraman extremely close to knocking Notvert off the stage, but he was able to retreat. Belir Darkstone is super low on health. He's never been able to recover, and it looks like they're singling him out and trying to give the rest of the team time to score, but Otterhead was denied right there.
Yeah, Otterhead, he's down. Look at this. Their team is just getting picked off left and right. Nice move here from BLAOW. You had Bones go down earlier, then Tovar went down, then Notvert. Bones coming back into action though, but every time someone dies here, the other team is getting gold. So this is definitely a good strategy here from Team BLAOW. Nice move from Grey Trip, switching up the strategy, going more about just pick them off. Don't worry about scoring. There are 3 ways to win in Breakaway, and team wipes are one of them.
I see GL Tovar trying to make a move, but I think he's going to want to stay backline. They're going to need to start splitting if they want to secure this 3rd win. They're starting to group up too close to the sides of the arena where MK Ultraman wants them.
All right, we see Bones going right side now. Bones does a pass over to Tovar. Tovar does get the forced fumble, though, forced to use his Blessing of the Sun. That's his ultimate ability. Nice pass to Otterhead, but Otterhead miscues. Not sure where he's going. Bones falls victim to a Ragnarok from Ultraman. Ultraman saving that score for his team. He is back in action, ladies and gentlemen.
The Kadabbles are super low on health. They need to get some heals, but they're so persistent with their pressure, even at low health.
I love this aggressive play of Team BLAOW. They're going in for blood right now. You heard it, Mike. You said it. Punch him in the face. They're punching him everywhere right now. Bones down to 50% of his health. He's forced to get that Blessing of the Sun activated by GL Tovar. We see Bones now with control of the relic, forces to pass it to Notvert, who instantly gets hit, getting that fumble action there. Here comes Ultraman going in there. Now we see Tovar trying to get the rush, but Butterbeanie's right there on him. She stops Bones again from pushing it in, and the relic is just chilling up there on the 2nd story as we see Bones tries to giving over to Otterhead. GL Tovar coming up with the relic. Nice move there, though.
Goodness.
That was picture perfect. Amazing use of the sunburst. Watch this, Mike.
Well, I'm absolutely shocked. He actually mistimes his dodge, so he didn't immediately pick it up, but yes, he sunbursts them off and then just walks it in.
That was incredible. I don't think we have ever seen the Tovar burst. We will now known it will forever be known. Using Sunburst to move everyone away so you can walk in the relic. There it is, the GL Tover Burst, the Toe Burst. Amazing.
I looked at him in the face and he just smiled right back at me. Like I was looking at the sun. He was Alona. What an amazing play. And here's Tovar again, just trying to take out some of those buildables and mid-screen while Butterbeanie's just trying to clear the relic out of her own zone.
Yeah, you see Butterbeanie now. She's standing in the middle of the spike trap. That's going to be dangerous. But we do all of a sudden see the relic forced to reset as it goes out of bounds. You got a battle of the tanks between MK Ultraman and Otterhead. Otterhead now going up against Butterbeanie. Almost gets her off the map, but there is a nice rib splitter there from MK Ultraman saying, you know what, Otterhead, time for you to take a drink.
It was about time because he was a problem. He was in the pocket just disrupting everything. And MK Ultraman just with a big bat sending him outside to the drink.
Yeah, he has proven him the power of the Throgrim, which is surprising because Otterhead is normally the one dishing out the Throgrims, not receiving them. Beautiful move there from MK Ultraman with that rip splitter. As we see Bones now with control of the relic, he's forcing that fumble. You got great maneuverability of Team BLAOW. They are sticking together, trying again to be very man-to-man coverage here. As we see Tovar with control of the relic, he gets that fumble forced. You see the siege engine getting thrown there. You got Otterhead caught up in it. That's just causing some, stun damage there. So he's unable to get in formation there. So that rush
Bones
didn't move.
making a play still.
I don't know if he's gonna make it in here though, because he got backtracked from all 4 members of Team BLAOW. Here comes Tovar using the dash to go. Nice defense there from Team BLAOW, but there it is on the second attempt. Don't underestimate Bones.
You know what? They're getting put in really tough situations, even when it's just the 4-on-3, because half of the time, Notvert is going out and just stealing buffs and making sure the rest of the Kadabbles are well fed. And then we see these 4v3s when Notvert comes back into the play, it's pure chaos.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what to say to Team BLAOW, because it's not like they're playing poorly.
Look at these buys. He's already tier 4 cooldown reduction on Tovar and on Bones. And we see 2 tier 3s for attack damage. That's what that sword is, folks. That's attack damage. And the shield, that's armor. So that's why it's so hard to kill Otterhead right now, is because the Black Knight already has armor by default, and now he's just building more armor on top of it.
All right, folks, this is match point. If the Kadabbles were able to get it in here and seal the deal, they're sealing their moment and their place in the finals. We have Team BLAOW fighting for survival here. Bones going up left side, passes it over to Otterhead.
Goodness.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the 1-2-3 knockout punch. Bones doing a beautiful pass upfield to Otterhead. There it is with the relic, with the score, with 1, 2, 3. 3 up, 3 down. Give it up for the Kadabbles. We will see them in the finals, Mike.
This is incredible. As a matter of fact, did they only drop 1 round?
They dropped 1 round.
They dropped 1 round. So you could say that at least Belir Darkstone, Butterbeanie, and crew of the BLAOW fared better than Feed Me More. They got 0 rounds.
You like doing that. Just
I
for the
do.
Dave,
I
huh?
do like doing that. Dave appreciates that. He's a gamer. Oh
You
my
see
goodness!
some good sense of sportsmanship.
That is.
Look, I will take my hat off, even though I'm not wearing one, to Team BLAOW. I thought they put up a great fight. I thought Ultraman had some really good play there in the last game there. He did a nice job taking down and containing Otterhead. Butterbeanie got in the mix. So obviously, we know she's going to play well. Smelly had some great interceptions. But really, there's just not much you can do there. I mean, that team is just stacked.
It's the pressure. Yeah, I mean, we could, again, people in chat complain to your congressman, turn in Chark. Let's hashtag it out. 30 points for this man who all of a sudden just goes off on his own, gets all the buffs, makes Chark look bad. Like he did the Chark better than Chark does the Chark. It's amazing. And then you see Bones and Tovar as a tag team. Incredible. And the insane, like lights out tank play from Otterhead. Fantastic play this year.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I will say, though, I do give mad props to Belir. He tried 3 different comps to try to take down the team. I will say, I think his Ambani actually had probably the best chance of it. So, maybe things would have been different if he started with Ambani instead of starting with Jara. Who knows? All we do know is that the Kadabbles is definitely the team to beat. Will they go undefeated and win this whole thing? I don't know. You don't know?
I want to see him try, though.
We'll soon find out because you know what, folks? Every single Thursday, you get to tune in to Throwdown Thursday. We are here live from Amazon Game Studios, Orange County, every single Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. You can follow us on all of our social channels. Follow us on Facebook.com/PlayBreakaway, at PlayBreakaway on Twitter, and of course, on the tubes of you, we are at /PlayBreakaway. Don't forget, folks, sign up for the Alpha. This is your chance. Sign up right now. You want to play in the Alpha. Your chance to do so will start on January. Jeez.
January.
On
Thursday.
Thursday, June 15th, you will get to play Breakaway. Everyone who has signed up previously will automatically be rolled in there, in addition to anyone who has signed up today. And, of course, if you don't sign up today and you want to sign up tomorrow or next week, that's okay. You're still going to get a chance to play. We are start rolling out our Alpha playtest weekends. They only start on June 15th. I keep saying January, but it is June 15th. Everybody, thank you so much here for watching us on Throwdown Thursday. For all of us here at Amazon Game Studios, I'm Mr. Sill.
I'm Berserker Mike.
We will see you next week.